Of the COVID-19 pandemic has led to many people seeking alternative treatments like herbal medicine as preventative options. Now, the University of the Free State will be conducting clinical trials to test traditional medicine when treating mild to moderate COVID-19 patients. They're the first local institution to do so. To explain to us the purpose of the trial and its significance, we're joined by Professor Motlalephula Matsibisa from the University of the Free State. The professor is the chairperson of the World Health Organization's Regional Expert Advisory. Thank you so much for your time tonight, Professor. This sounds really fascinating because obviously we've been dealing with all kinds of research, studies and trials coming our way from different directions over the last year especially. We just spoke about the eNCA trials report finally appearing in the Lancet. And this one comes very differently in that it's a plant-based product that it is testing and trialing. Explain to us just the basis, what you'll be doing and how we've come to this point where this is the study that you and your team will be putting forward.
So thank you so much for hosting me and giving us the platform to explain, the good studies that we're doing. There are many, I think, options that one wants to look at when treating any disease, and the same is COVID-19. There has been the aspects of vaccine, and we know the shortcomings of vaccines, but we also are looking at other alternatives to supplement or to really work as an armament to treat COVID-19. And those are the pharmaceuticals, and those pharmaceuticals include products based on traditional medicines. And that's what we have been doing to research, the use of traditional medicines, that could then be repurposed to fight COVID-19. So this product has been shown, I think, in laboratory work, in vitro work, that it does kill, the SARS-CoV, which is the virus that causes COVID-19, including having an effect on the variants that have been springing out, in terms of COVID. And we have now been confident that we should really now take this further into clinical research. And that's where we'll be looking at a multi-center study where we will be looking at a number of, I think, patients that are mild to moderate and treat them using this drug and see if indeed there will be a benefit, which we hopefully, I think, are positive that there will be a benefit, that it would come out, to be effective against, COVID-19.
Tell us about this product. It's called Phela, and it's a herbal product made of 4 medicinal plants. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yes, sure. We code-named, this product, to say it is Phela, which is a Sesotho, I think, word meaning leaf. And it is indeed made of 4, I think, iconic, herbs. And those herbs have been mixed in a given proportion, to come up with a formulation, and developed up a formulation where we have tablets or capsules that have been taken as 2 capsules twice a day. And then, to really be effective, against COVID-19. So we are looking at treating patients for 28 days and monitoring them, for the signs and symptoms, and also I think with the ultimate to reduce, I think, morbidity and mortality on the COVID-19 patients.
You are also the chairperson of the World Health Organization's Regional Expert Advisory. Can you tell us about some of the feedback you've been having with your colleagues at the WHO? I'm sure they must be quite fascinated in finding out what your study is able to provide to them in terms of information that could perhaps be used not just here in South Africa, but elsewhere around the world as well.
Yes, in fact, as the World Health Organization, the Africa region, I think we have realized that, we need to look at herbal medicines. And this is not really something new, because we know that herbal medicines have contributed, to the past pandemics. We know that Tamiflu that came from, I think, the Chinese star anise helped us in terms of the H1N1. And we have been going through, I think, the world. I've just come back from Madagascar. You know that Madagascar talked about the COVID organics to look at what they are doing. I've been to Uganda to also look at what they are doing in terms of clinical trials and COVID. I should have been in the DRC now, and then followed by, I think, Nigeria and many other countries to look at the progress made in Africa in terms of the research and the development and clinical, I think, application of well-researched traditional medicines. And the feedback that we are getting is indeed some studies are being positive and there are promising results that are coming out. I know Uganda will be sharing, I think, their results maybe at the same time with us. So there is really that, I think, effort to say, let us also give traditional medicines a chance, because it can contribute, to some of these, ailments and conditions.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time this evening. A fascinating work there being done by Professor Motla Lepule Matsibisa of the University of the Free State. He's also the chairperson of the WHO's Regional Expert Advisory, that department at UFS, and their research team about to conduct the first South African Health Products Regulatory Authority approved multi-center controlled clinical trial of a plant-based product. The product's called Pila, on mild to moderate COVID-19 patients. Interesting work being done by our scientists.